Well, good afternoon. It is 12:27 on Friday, the 14th of February. We've been in for a little while now. Today we have a special guest on the vlog. We have the mini-me, aka Sammy. Sammy's in to help today because the schools are off and he decided he wanted to come and spend a day with his dad and he wanted to learn the ropes on how to do business. And what are you going to be helping me with? Are you going to be passing the skates through if there's people coming in for sharpenings?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, good boy. Good job. Right, so Sammy's here, Pamela's here, Sarah's at her grand's today. She decided that she didn't want to come in, or we decided, sorry, it was a divide and conquer day. So our granny's got Sarah and we've got Sam today, so it should be an eventful day at times, hopefully. Pamela is in the process of fixing the till, I think.
Trying to connect it to our printer because the receipt printer's not working, so at the moment I can't print receipts, and I think I can connect it to there, but I can't get it to talk to it just now.
Right, okay. So Pamela's obviously in the process of that. We've just had a couple of customers coming in the store, so I'll go just now and I'll come back to you in a little while, hopefully with some work to do. So tell me, Sam, what have you liked about being here so far?
Ringing the bell.
I'm ringing the bell. Right, so stop ringing the bell a little second and tell everybody what the bell's for.
To get money up to get skates.
So what we do is when it's really, really busy, what we usually do is we ring the bell and Pamela will come and pick up the skates. But what are you doing? Why are we doing it? It's to wind mum up, isn't it? It's in there. Do you like annoying mum? Yeah. So this is the perks of having your son at your store when you're working. What do you want to do? You want to play hockey? Right, okay, so I take it we're going to have to go out the front and pass the puck around for a little while until the next set of customers come in. This is what we're going to have to do all day today. Sure it is?
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Right, so anyway, let's go get some work done, I suppose, or let's entertain Sam for 5 minutes. So, here we have Sam decided he wants to be like his dad and he wants to sharpen skates, okay? So what we're going to do is I'm going to give Sam a hand. Now obviously this is as safe as it can be doing sharpenings, right? So we've already set the skate up. Sammy's getting the feel for the machine. Good job, Sam. Right, do it again. Keep going. Good job, big man. Right, let's check the level on them. We'll have a wee check and see how they look. Oh, I think we're going to have to change it a wee bit. Right. So this is checking the level. Alright. That looks pretty level, bud. I'll have a wee look at this side and see how that is. Yeah, that's relatively level too. Right. Hands back on. Ready. That's it, keep pushing. The boy's a natural.
Let's take after his dad, no his mommy.
He's definitely got the feel for it. Go down a wee bit. Too fast. Okay. Right, let's go.
Aye, sharp like your Uncle Liam.
Okay,
You go too fast.
Oh, what did you do that for? He stopped. Right, keep going. It was all going so well. Right, back this way.
Oh, you're showing him
Right.
the treat.
And then going this way. Right. Then we'll stop, we'll have a wee check. Right. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, it needs a wee bit of adjustment. Right. Look at this one. That. Okay. No, just a wee bit. Just a wee tiny bit. Right, we'll do one more pass, then I'll put the oil on it, okay? Keep going. Good job. Right, now we're going to put the oil on. We're going to manage. All the way along. All the way back. Good job, big man. Right, this one. I'll take the lead on this one, you just push and I'll tell you when to go, okay? Right, go. Keep going. Going. Good job. There we go. That's him.
Hello there, Go Buddy Sports fans. As you would have seen in previous videos, my name's Scott and I am the designer at Go Buddy Sports. Help out with some of the stuff behind the scenes, particularly around things like the website and things like that. You would have seen me in a couple of previous videos before, and as I say, one of the reasons why I'm here to talk to you today is I have just inherited an upgrade from Stephen's pair of True Hazardous 9Xs. So as you would have seen documented in the video that Stephen put up previously, he has bought himself a pair of True Hazardous 7Xs. Part of that process that Stephen is doing to get himself the right fit skate is he is replacing the holders. So he has taken the existing True Shift Max holders off of his Hazardous 9Xs and he's upgraded them to his preferred CCM XS holders. So that means that my True Hazardous 7Xs are now getting a bit of an upgrade and a spare set of holders. So we are on the True Hazardous 7Xs at the moment. We have got the Max 7 Shift stainless steel, as you can see below. And part of the upgrade that I'm getting is I am now inheriting a pair of True Shift stainless steel Max 9 runners. So basically what that means is it's a higher quality of steel, they are more durable, they hold a sharpen for longer, and they've got higher performance. So they are the top of the range steels. Stephen's not using them, so he's very kindly passed them on to myself. So what I will be doing is getting them profiled and getting them into the skates and having a wee go to see how I find them and giving a bit of a review on the upgraded steel. So as we can see in the background, Stephen is currently working on just now at the machine. What he is doing is profiling the heel and the toe to my preference and taking a bit of material off just so that I'm more comfortable on them. We'll then put an edge on them, and from there I will pop these into my skates and use them at our game at the weekend. So fingers crossed, all goes well, we'll see a bit of an upgrade in my pair of skates, and we'll see how we get on with them. Stephen, what is it we're doing here?
Right, so what I've done is I've obviously done the shaping of the steel, and you can sometimes see that in the steel you will get a slight discoloration. Now it obviously is het up slightly, so what I am actually doing is just removing the top layer of the discoloration. You do get that even in the light profiling and rockering, you will get a little bit of heating of the blade. You usually tend to find that you don't do a lot of like rockering all in the one go, because if you do the rockering all in the one go, it makes the steel brittle. This doesn't have any effect on the steel whatsoever. It's just the fact that I like to try and polish the steel back up after I've done a little bit of work on it. So you're always going to find that when you're doing it, you're going to have a, how would I put it, like a lip, and you're going to try and take that lip away as well. So instead of using just a standard Poning Stone, I usually use a rubber one, because the rubber one just brings up a shine on the steel a little bit more. It's just a personal preference thing. So that's pretty much what I'm doing just now. So I do that the whole way along the blade, not just that where the discoloration is. I'll try and polish the whole blade. That's just a wee extra, just for my aesthetics.
Well, that's the new Shift Stainless Max 9 steels into the Hazardous 7Xs. As a comparison, we can see the 7X steels here. Stephen at Go Buddy has now profiled them and shape matched them and put a fresh edge on them. So when we go into the game at the weekend, there should be as smooth a transition as possible. One thing that has been noticed during the sharpening process is a very, very high quality grade steel. It took a couple of extra passes just to get it to actually hold an edge. However, what has happened as part of the sharpening process, we have got a very, very high polish shine on this, all part of the service provided at Go Buddy Sports. We obviously have our cross grind to take off the stock factory edge that comes with it. We've had it profiled and we have had a fresh edge put on it with a finishing pass, and I don't know if you can see there, it is mirror finish. So all signs point towards this being a big upgrade, and for these skates they should obviously have a better quality of steel, should mean increased glide and better responsivity, and obviously altogether higher performance on ice. So the truth will be told at the weekend when we play the game. We'll get a little review after it, but so far these look like they'll be a welcome addition.
So it's 5:42 in the afternoon and this is us just finished. Today was a total write-off due to this little man. He decided he wanted to play hockey with every single customer that came in the store. He's now going home with a new stick, 14 different pucks and balls that he's managed to find. Well, I say 14, it was 3. Okay, thanks very much. Thanks for ruining my flow. Would you like to do this? No, well, shush. So I'm going to the gym to de-stress because it's been a very stressful day for me. Don't bring your kids to work, people.
Hello, my name's Sarah, and I'm helping Mum and Dad on a Saturday.
On a Saturday. In the shop today?
Right, so you need to keep filming yourself.
What are you going to help Mum with? You're going to help Mum with the till
Yes.
and helping the customers?
Yes.
And you're going to do your colouring in?
Yes.
Is this going to be your seat? Right, you sit up there.
So as Sarah said, it's Saturday, it is the 15th of February, and Sarah's turned to be in the shop today to help out, so I'm going to try and get these sharpenings done out the road and then I'll come back and see you. So we have the 314 lull. It has been quite quiet today.
Still consistent.
I say quiet, but it's been consistent, as Pam has just said. So we have had resident ice hockey referee, everyone's favourite referee, Mr. Toby Craig, had been in earlier on. If you're wondering who we're talking about, this is the jersey that is on the wall here. The one that everybody hates and tries to spit at and stuff like that and gives them pelters. If you're from America and Canada, pelters just means that they give them a hard time. But anyway, yes. So we are in the store still. It's been, like I say, relatively quiet but consistent. A lot of sharpenings today and a few heat moulds, stuff like that. So we have the other apprentice is still sitting here working away, watching our tablet or watching our Nintendo and colouring in and eating our body weight and crisps and sweets and whatever else. How's your day been?
Quite busy. I've had a few figure skate fits in. I've had hockey skate fits. So a lot of skate fits. We've had a lot of sharpenings in today. I think we're all feeling a wee bit tired today because we were at the hockey last night. So it's a bit of a Saturday, not go slow, but you know, comfortable day.
A comfortable day. Not too busy, not too quiet.
Yeah.
So just kind of
Kept busy all day.
Yeah.
But not that I'm stressed out my face and sliding off the wall.
Yeah. So I don't have any work to do today. I don't have any custom work that has to be done. As you can see, it was just hide these out the road. Actually, I won't hide them. I'm going to show you. It was a certain cakey puck come in and brought us some cakes in. That was when she came to visit the other day when she was getting her skates done. So yes, but I don't have any sharpenings, which is unusual. Don't have any custom work. So if you do have any custom work that you would like done, you know where I am. So yeah, this is the kind of, we class this as the mid-month kind of slump. As I mean, it's the Saturday the 15th of February, and you usually find that it is mid-month, it starts to get really quite quiet. But again, there is a load of stuff that's still due to come, again, order-wise. So there is I'm pretty sure there's an order of figure skates due, and there is some hockey stuff that's due as well. So nothing really to report as of yet. Pups, update. They are sleeping. They're little pests, but they seem to have settled into life in the store, which is quite good.
Hi.
Hi, so how's your day been in the shop?
Good.
What have you been doing today?
Coloring in and eating sweeties.
Have you been helping with the customers?
No.
No. So what's been your best bit?
Getting sweeties.
Getting sweeties. That with the how many trips have you done to the shop?
2.
Who took you the first time?
Wendy.
Yeah. And who took you second time?
Daddy.
Stop spraying that. Have you learnt anything new today?
No.
No.
Just coloring in.
Just colouring in. What have you been colouring in?
Elsa pictures.
Elsa picture.
I'll show you. If I can get down.
You managed to get down? Yeah.
Here.
Right, tell me what you've been doing. Pretty. So did you do that all on your own?
Yes.
Lovely. Elsa pictures.
That's Elsa and that's Anna.
Is that your favourite?
There's some other pictures that I haven't colored in yet.
No, there's not. And we need to get to it.
I was finishing coloring on that one yet.
Yeah, we've not done it yet.
But I still need to do skin and Anna's cape.
Right, so it is 5:41. That's us done for today. We never really got any much busier. We had a couple of extra customers that came in, just obviously for sharpenings and a couple of things like laces and tape and stuff like that. So for today we are finished, but you might have some bonus footage tomorrow. That's if I can remember to make sure that the GoPro's charged and take it to hockey. Myself and Scott are both playing in a game tomorrow, and obviously from what I remember, Scott has said that he's going to go through the steals that he got given from me, which was one of the set of true steals. I can't remember what the name of them is. Scott's an avid true fan, so he's obviously going to review a set of steals for you and then give his honest feedback, and then that should hopefully be the end of the video. So anyway, until then. So it's Sunday and it's game day, and obviously this is a wee bit extra bonus behind the scenes footage. We were running a little short on footage today, or not today, this week in general, just because of how busy we've been. Lots of inquiries and lots of kind of fixes and stuff like that was going on behind the scenes that we never had the actual time to actually record. So I thought I would do a little behind the scenes on a game day. Now obviously I am literally just getting my kit organised. As usual, it's last minute for me, always running at the cow's tail, as it was called. So today's, I don't even know the date today, if I'm honest. I haven't even looked, but I've got the TV on in the shed, and I'm just about to put some music on, get my stuff organised and get my skate sharpened. I thought I would do a quick walkthrough as well with what I'm actually wearing and what I use equipment wise, just so you guys are kind of kept up to date. So the guy that runs an ice hockey shop, what equipment are you using? So at present, if I start with sticks, I am using an EK15 custom wrecker, which is probably a good 10-year-old. Now, the reason why I'm using this is it's one of the closest to my custom patterns. It's a slightly higher lie than normal. It was an 8 lie, because obviously when I got them made I was having issues with my back at the time. So you've probably already seen this one in the video before or in the vlogs before, where I actually took the grinder to this area here and changed the lie slightly, so it's the same as a 7.5 now. It's actually a derivative of a PO2, but it's actually made slightly deeper. So that's obviously one of the curves, or one of the sticks that I'm using at the moment. The other stick that I'm using at the moment is a donation to the cause by a friend, Jose. So he actually gave me his stick because he couldn't go on with the Warrior Customs. So I actually used this the other night. It looks as if it needs to be retaped, so that's going to be getting retaped as well today. My kit bag is just a Warrior kit bag. It's actually seen better days. It's one of these ones where it actually needs to get the speedy stitcher taken to it because there's a couple of holes in it now as well. So gloves, you'll probably know me quite well where I say that I collect gloves, or I have said before that I collect gloves. I got rid of a lot of them. So one of the pairs that I keep Pamela actually got me these as a Christmas present a good couple of years ago. This is an indication of how old these gloves actually are. It's a pair of 1X light gloves. Obviously they're in really good condition considering. The reason why you see a lot of the decorative parts coming off is because I've washed them so many times to make them soft. Now the palms in these are incredibly thick and incredibly good. Now the only issue that I find with them is I'm not a big fan of the Pro leather at the top of the fingertips. I like a little bit more of a stretchy material. So that's one of the pair of gloves that I've got in here at the moment. One of the other pairs of gloves that I have, you've probably already seen these appear on the vlog at one point as well, is a pair of Bauer Pro Custom gloves with the Glasgow Mustangs logo on them. Now these aren't actually my gloves. My gloves I gave a loan to one of my teammates and I never ever got them back. It's one of them ones, I'm not going to chase them. They seem to be doing him wonders right now. So these are a size 13. They actually fit me. They're actually, believe it or not, very, very similar feel to my CCM 4Roll Pros, the first editions that I have, which I'll get to in a little second. So one of the other pairs of gloves that I've actually got in here, and I was actually going to do a slight review on them after a couple of weeks of using them. Believe it or not, it's a pair of Code TMP1 Sherwoods. The Code TMP Sherwoods, they're a very, very, very nice glove. A very, very tapered glove in the fingers. Quite a tight glove in general. The palms in them are very, very nice. I've only used them maybe a handful of times. I did try and break them in for maybe a week or two before I actually took them on the ice, and I actually put them in the washing machine with a very, very gentle wash with a lot of softener in them, just to soften up the gloves so I could get a better grip. Now, being the fact that I am getting on a little bit, and I have had surgery in my hand and stuff like that before, I find my grip strength isn't the greatest in my right hand, and sometimes I find when I'm changing gloves it can hinder me. So what I've actually did with them is make them as soft as possible. So going on to the actual gloves that I use just now. Now I have been using the Sherwoods pretty regularly up until recently, but just this last week or two, last week we had a game, or 2 weeks ago we had a game, and I decided it was time to go back into the 4Rolls. So I went into the 4Rolls again. So that's me, I'm back in my CCM 4Rolls with a repaired palm. I'll show you just quickly the quick repair that I'd done on them. Now this is a bit of a strange one. Most people would put the patch on the outside. I'd put the patch in between the layers. So I actually was able to get the patch underneath here and sewn in a patch underneath this part here, because I picked the stitching all the way around this area here to allow me to get the patch in underneath. I hand sewed this part here because there was a little hole. There was a little hole up here as well that would get sewn together. And again, honestly, the gloves are like buttery soft smooth. Nothing touches them at all in my opinion. They are one of the best gloves on the market. The only thing that I would probably say, it's the best glove for feel, stick feel, I would probably say. My opinion is, with regards to the gloves, is they're not exactly the most durable. As you've probably already seen, my top hand did take a little bit of abuse the first couple of weeks of wearing them. You can see that obviously they're quite puckered, because I actually tried to fix them with the Speedy Stitcher instead of fixing them with a needle and thread, because, well, I thought it was easier just to do it with the Speedy Stitcher. So skate wise, yes, I do have the True Hazardous 9X. They are here, they are ready to go, but I am just too scared to wear them at the moment in a game. Usually what would happen is I would wear them at a training session and see how they went first. So I never had them ready in time for any of the training sessions last week. So I'm going to stick with, believe it or not, the Melted M5 Pros. I say the Melted M5 Pros, I've had new holders since then and they've been fixed a little. There is a little crease just at the A, just about here. I don't know if you'll be able to pick that up. There's a little bump just there. Now, that's not because the skate is the wrong size, that is just because Pamela decided to cook them too much in front of the heater, which is sitting right here. So that's one of the things we'll be wearing today. Obviously, as you look at these skates, they don't show that many signs of wear, other than the fact that they look a bit maybe rough or a couple of wee scratches on them. I do try and take good care of my gear. So, next thing I'm going to talk about, I am currently wearing a pair of ASV Pro elbow pads. Now, they're an extra large, and I personally think they are a bit of a strange fit, if I'm honest. They fit me in length, they fit me in size, but they feel as if they're just slightly too loose. I may have to get to the point where I have to fix the Adapt Fit strap and make it slightly smaller, just to get a little tighter feel on them. So going on to the shins. So as I was saying, the shins that I'm in at the moment are the 7092 CCM Tax. There's a reason for that. Now, I was originally wearing a pair of 8Ks. They were the ones that I was originally wearing, and I was wearing them for a long time. Now, you're talking that I had them from when I was 18-year-old. Most people will tell you they hate changing shins because of the feel. A lot of the guys, when I was dealing with the clan back in the day, Ryan Finnerty, he actually told me back in the day that he never ever liked changing shins because you always get a good feel for your shins and you try and keep your shins as long as possible. Now, that's something that I've done with this. I mean, these 7092s, I've had a couple of different variations of the top end Tax, and I just felt that they were too big, too bulky and too clunky, whereas I seem to feel like the 7092 just feels exactly the same as what I was in, which was the Reebok 8K from back in the day. So there you go, that is the elbows, that is the shins. Helmet wise, I'm in a CCM 910 helmet, and a large, and a medium, yeah, a medium, and I've got the Bauer cage on it here, which is a True Vision cage. Now, a lot of people will give me stick about wearing a cage. It's a Profile 3, just in case you're interested in knowing what it is. The reason why I wear a Profile 3 cage is because when I was younger I nearly lost my eye a couple of times, and I had a good friend of mine who I used to work with, Brian. He was on a training session and someone passed him a puck and the puck rolled right up his stick and had detached his retina. And that was a fear of mine, losing my eyesight. So what I decided to do was make sure that I put the cage on. Now, I did play with a half visor for a little while, and I did coach with a half visor for a little while, but because it was recreational and because it was entry level rec that I was coaching, a lot of guys skate with a pitchfork motion, and I got my eye hurt again. So I decided that's enough's enough, I'm going to just stick with the cage. We then move on to the shorts or the girdle. I am wearing a Warrior Alpha girdle at the moment. It is in a size XL. Now, I personally like this girdle. I never was a fan of girdles, but from a long time ago I always was a pant or a short person, and the reason for that was because I just felt that there was slightly more protection in them. But the older I get, the more I feel like the shorts or pants are becoming so restrictive. Again, it was a CCM pant that I wore for a long time. I wore an 8K, I wore a 9K, I then obviously wore the top of the range Tax for a little while, and then obviously one of my buddies needed a pair of shorts in a hurry and decided that he was going to borrow mine, and again I never got them back. So it was one of them ones where I was quite happy to give them out because I was looking at upgrading and going for something different. Now, there is another pair of shorts that I have here, which you've probably already seen floating around in the vlogs. Now, these are a pair of CCM HP45 Edmonton Oilers pants. Now, these are a Pro Stock variant, which are a +2. Now, they feel and they look like it's CCM U+U Pro at the back, but they actually are just a standard hockey pant. Now, the reason why I got these was when I played with the Urban Flyers, we actually used to have a retro day, and everyone would dress up in their favourite kit. Example being some of their older stuff, and me being me, knowing the fact that most of my older kit had been given away and had been relocated, I actually went out and looked to see if I could get a full Edmonton Oilers kit to wear. So I had a blue CCM Tax helmet, I had the Edmonton Oilers jersey, the socks, the say for example the shorts, I also had the bag, I had the team jacket, stuff like that. I went all in on this one, and it was fun at the time. So yeah, I've still got these shorts and they still make an appearance every now and then. Unfortunately, I don't have the tops anymore. I've donated the tops to a good friend. I've obviously donated the socks to somebody else as well. So yeah, I've still got the shorts, and as far as I'm concerned, I'll probably keep them, knowing the fact that I probably have bled all over them at one point. I think I cut my finger and there was blood over the side of them, so I'm not going to move them on. So yeah, that is pretty much what's in the bag for me at the moment. There is nothing really else to talk about with regards to the skates or any of the other equipment. I don't wear shoulder pads, so one of the things I do wear, believe it or not, this is quite interesting. I like this. This is the sarcasm factor of me as well, keeping it totally on the real. So this is the sarcasm part of me. I wear a Tour Code roller hockey shoulder pads, or shoulder padded t-shirt, shall we say. But believe it or not, I've had to cut the arms off because my arms are too big for it, and it was cutting the circulation off. Not that my arms are massive, it's just the fact that I'm just a big guy. And obviously this is what I wear when I'm playing in tournaments and when I'm playing in games, just for the simple reason it is I don't wear shoulder pads. The reason being is I just find them too restrictive at times. I have tried multiple pairs of shoulder pads over the years, and my favourite ones that I still have up the loft and the spare bag is a pair of Hespeler ones, which you've probably already seen on the vlogs if you look back when I talked about what equipment I had up the loft. So yeah, I'm going to get myself organised, get my bag packed, take my stick, and then get my skate sharpened, because when I was on the ice on Thursday, I realised that the rink wasn't exactly the cleanest, like off ice. So I don't know if you're able to see, they're all pretty scratched and there's a couple of wee dings on the edges. So I just like to make sure that I've got a nice clean edge, especially when I'm going to play in a game, because I'm just a bit OCD that way. I like to make sure that my steels are perfect. So that's what I'm going to do next. I'll set up the little machine, get my skate sharpened. I won't time lapse it because it's boring, and I'll pick up with you later on, probably after the game, with a wee kind of tie-in with Scott with regards to his steels. So this is a bit of a different one, right? So we're in Kilmarnock Ice Rink at the moment, and obviously we have just finished our game. We won 6-2, which is fair enough. Not necessarily the biggest score against the Piranhas, but at the same point it was a really well-spirited game, which is really, really good. So I'm going to speak to Scott now and ask him how he thought his steels were.
Hello, Cold Blooded Sports fans. Yep, thought it went really well. There's a noticeable difference on the edge retention on the higher quality of steel. Smoother glide, 7/16 grind on it, I'm assuming, 7/16 grind. So what I kind of noticed on it, far smoother skating, greater glide, better edge retention, and overall just felt like a far smoother skate. Obviously it's a second top range skate, so it's not as stiff as the kind of the full carbon fibre one that obviously the Hazardous 9X that Gardner's got. But even still, at the level I play at, you know, you're talking beer league hero here, but it was definitely a noticeable difference. So certainly what I would recommend is, if anybody else out there is looking at upgrading their steel, there is a noticeable difference no matter what level you're at. It will hold your edge longer. I had a wheel look at the skates after there. Kilmarnock is notoriously a tough rink on skates, just because sometimes it's a dry cup when they're doing recreational games. So there's a lot more wear and tear on the ice, unfortunately, on the skates, sorry. So certainly inspecting the skates after the game, there's no dings, there's no scratches on it. It's still got the edge, it's still shiny. So just shows you when you've got a qualified skate tech that's running your skates and looking after your equipment, it makes all the difference when you're out there in the ice. So definitely more confidence in my edges. Thought I played better, felt I played better. My teammates might say otherwise, but certainly definitely enjoyed it tonight. So well recommended in the upgrade. So thank you very much.
Right guys, so that's us finished for today, and obviously we'll catch you on the next video. So thanks very much to Scott. Keep it cold-blooded.